Vicki Oleski, namaste. I'm here with Dr. Elson Haas from Sebastopol. Thank you so
here we
much.
are. Here we are out in my garden.
Yeah, thanks for joining us today, Elson.
Mm-hmm.
We wanted to do this little video because Elson is going to be doing a presentation on September 9th, Monday at 6:30. And we wanted to give you all a little background on Elson, the local doctor here in Sebastopol. He also has a center clinic in Marin. So give us a little history.
Well, I've been in practice for 46 years, and I still like doing it. And I have Preventive Medical Center of Marin that I've been with a whole team of people for 35 years. Its website is pmcmarin.com. And I have a nurse practitioners. We do an osteopath there, acupuncturist, some new people coming in, and we really, it's an integrative family practice. The only one that I know of in the Bay Area that takes insurance and Medicare, and I pride myself in being the people's doctor. That's where we connected when you saw me on the cover of Sebastopol Living a few months ago as the people's doctor, and that was always my key. I was in med school in the late 60s or early 70s and was kind of a rebel to what was going down, and to me it was very authoritarian and patriarchal, and I wanted to make it just much more user-friendly and really get to people, the causes. And I became my first patient back in the 70s. I did a 10-day fast. It changed my life and my body, got rid of my allergies, helped me drop weight, feel vital. And I said, this is how I want to feel.
Yeah.
And I really have continued that. I'm 72 in a few days. I feel good. I don't take any medicine. If I was living the lifestyle that I grew up with, if I was alive, I'd be on multiple medicines like many of my patients that come in. My goal in practice is basically lifestyle first, natural therapies next, drugs last. And so I see a lot of people who are on multiple drugs. They don't feel that great. The key is, and I still write prescriptions. I support people from a more family medicine point of view. But it really is about, what's the minimum amount of stuff we can use to get the result we want. So if people have high blood pressure, I want them to get their blood pressure down, and I engage people. I become a teammate with them as their coach, basically. So I'm kind of a doctor, coach, philosopher, physician, kind of studied Chinese medicine, natural medicine, and Western medicine. So that's my acronym. My recent book, Staying Healthy with New Medicine, NEW, stands for Natural, Eastern, and Western.
Right.
And to me, that's how medicine can be and should be, and it makes people get involved in their own health. So my first book was Staying Healthy with the Seasons
My favorite. I have to just say, when I picked that up, it was the only, I think I might have told you this story, but if I didn't, it was the only book that my family would listen me talk about.
Because I was a medical doctor?
Yeah, you were a medical doctor talking my language, and I'm like, look.
Yeah, right.
And then when I picked up the article in the Sebastopol magazine, knowing that, you were still here practicing in town, then we had to.
Well, it's interesting because,
together.
After medical school, I said I need to learn about health and healing. That's when I did cleansing, and I started studying about herbs and traditional Chinese medicine and acupuncture. And I said, this is all valuable. This should be part of medicine.
Right.
So my folks were always wondering what I was doing, because I was, practicing in Bolinas and, trading for chicken eggs and artwork and pottery, and not making any money. And I said, well, I'm basically I'm creating kind of a new system. And it was all, then it was started to called holistic and alternative. I said, I don't like those words. So about 1980, before my, Staying Healthy with the Seasons book came out in 81, I said, this is, I think it's integrated medicine. I think it's integrated, I called it, and I still do, because we're integrating the whole systems, what I call traditional medicines, which is herbs and hands-on work and all the things that naturopaths study, and conventional medicine, which is the more recent, last 100 years, based on, chemicals and drugs, and, originally based on herbs, but now it's all changed. So to me, that's really a common sense approach to healthcare. and it starts with taking care of your own body. So I've been interested in the seasonal aspect, and that's why our talk on September 9th is kind of an intro to the staying healthy with the seasons concept, and it's basically called staying healthy, into autumn and through the holidays. So I'll talk about just this whole rest of the year and transition people, and thinking about how do I adjust my lifestyle? How do I eat differently, or just prepare? So the whole idea of preventive medicine, which has been my field, is that you think ahead. You think about, what do I need to do? People need to understand that your body is a result of how you live. Okay, so how you look and how you feel is based on mostly your lifestyle. And I have a free course on my website, elsonhaasmd.com. It's called the 5 Keys to Staying Healthy. The 5 keys are good nutrition, regular exercise, proper sleep, managing stress, healthy attitude. But a lot of times the key is to get your attitude so that what's going on in between your ears is positive, So it's a lot about self-talk and about, my attitude changed in the 70s when I started to clean up my life. I said, wow, this is the only body I have. I'm going to treat it with love. And when you start believing that and feeling that, then you eat better and you exercise and you sleep and do all those other things. So to me, as we move into October, November, the sugar season, basically, there's a lot of things that people can do to kind of protect themselves and look forward to that. Now, one of the things I do also is regular detoxes. I've been doing it for 45 years. I do a 10-day fast every year at least. I do it in groups. I've done it more than 100 people, but lately I've been doing it online on Zoom, and I'm going to do a class starting as well on September 18th, which is called the False Fat Program. False Fat is a book I wrote that has to do with the bloating and swelling that makes us look and feel fatter than we really are, and it's based on food allergy and food reactions. So partly what we'll do for this 2-week program in September 18th is to take a break from a lot of things you're doing and see how you feel, the elimination diet, so to speak. And you learn individually what foods are okay for you and what foods are not. And that whole process is valuable for life. It really can help people change. If we did detox nationally and everybody got off wheat, dairy, sugar, alcohol, caffeine, and other things that they may be overdoing, half of people's problems would get better. Their blood pressures would go down, their cholesterol would go down. They would feel, very, very different. And a lot of their symptoms, headaches, allergies, digestion, when you really pay attention to your body, you can.
I noticed just a little bit of redirecting through diet is so helpful. And that's what I kind of hear you talking about, is just redirecting and reframing lifestyle change through eating and also thinking.
So it's interesting because when I speak to professionals, doctors, I say, you have to know that everything we do in medicine is an experiment. Even if you think you know what's happening, it's an experience. People have to see it in their body. And to me, the direct experience of, I'm going to do this diet or this eating program for a week, 2 or 3, and see how I feel. And if you feel better and some of your symptoms go away, then you start to bring those foods individually back in and say, oh, okay, all right, when I ate dairy or ate wheat, I got bloated in my belly, or my nose got congested, or I got my headache back. And this is what I've been doing in practice for years, for decades, really. It's kind of a common sense approach, get people to take care of themselves.
Yeah, that's great. Thank you, Elson, so much for joining us.
Yeah, it's great to be here.
Yeah, you can join us Monday the 9th, September 9th at 6:30 at Sonoma County Healing Academy. And you can also visit Elson at elsonhaas.com.
elsonhaasmd.com, but the other one will get you to.
Thank you.
And also, I'm working at Sonoma County Healing Academy, and it's an offshoot from my Preventive Medical Center. And people can call me at that office, 415-472-2343, which is Preventive Medical Center, and schedule on Friday mornings where I'm at your office.
Yeah, in downtown Sebastopol. Thank you, Elson, so much. Namaste.